What is going on, guys? Noah Brewer here, back again with another video. Today I just want to talk about coming up with a product testing strategy and a plan and making sure that you stay on budget, because honestly I do want to open up this video with saying it's better to spend $1,000 over a month and be able to do that every single month consistently, rather than spending $1,000 in a week and then having to stop for 3 weeks. So I think it's very important to know what your budget is and how much you can spend. That way you don't overspend and just run through your money, and then you have to stop doing ads, which means you lose your momentum and just all this different stuff. So it's very important that you understand what your disposable income is, how much of that you're gonna throw into a security account, and how much of that you're gonna actually invest into product testing. So I want to start off by saying that me personally, I do not lose more than $100 USD. I don't lose more than $100 testing each product that I test. So let's say if I had a budget of $1,000 per month to test, that's equivalated to, worst case scenario, only being able to test 10 products. Now I'll show you how to break this down, but essentially, let's say you make $3,000 a month, you work full time or whatever. You can switch up these numbers. Your living expenses are 1,500, 1,000 for rent, 500 for car and food and stuff like that, and then your taxes, which is going to be like another 600 or 700 on top of that, and you're going to be left with about $1,000. So in this situation, that's how you tell, like, what is your income, what are your expenses, and consider tax and expense. If your job takes it out already, then obviously you don't have to, but if your job doesn't take it out, then make sure that you're putting away money for taxes if you're self-employed or whatever. And then you basically take your total income and then your expenses and you subtract them, and then what you're left with is called disposable income. And that's basically the money that you can put wherever you want. Most people, if they're not ambitious, if they don't have any goals, this is the money that they use to go out to eat. This is the money that they use to, buy a new watch or buy a new whatever. They just spend it on whatever they want because they have it. But for you as an e-commerce, somebody who wants to get good at e-commerce and build successful stores, you're going to be using this money for your stores. You're not going to be going out to eat. You're not going to be, unless you have enough money to be doing this and invest in e-com. But you're not going to be going out to eat. You're not going to be buying watches. You're not going to be doing any of this stuff. You're going to be taking that extra $100 or extra $1,000 and reinvesting it into product testing. And on top of that, you're also going to be putting 10 to 20% away into a savings account. God forbid if one day something bad happened and you were unable to attend to that. So let's break this down. So in the example that I just gave you, we basically have $1,000 that we can spend whatever we want on. Obviously we're going to put it towards Facebook ads, but we have some other expenses, right? The Shopify payment plan, which is $30 a month, so that's $30, and then whatever apps that you have. So let's just call it $100, okay? So we'll call it $100 per month on your business running expenses, which is just how much it costs to keep your store open, and you have your domain name. There's a few of them, so that's why I'm calling it $100. That's a monthly cost. So now we're down to $900 a month that you can spend in actual product testing. So I just had to go get my phone, but basically what we want to do is we'll just average out 30 days in a month, okay? So we want to take 900 and divide that by, actually no, so we have $900. That's 9 products that we can test, because I don't lose more than $100 per product, worst case scenario. So in reality, you could probably test 10 or 11 or maybe even 12 or 13. Because as you're testing, you're going to get sales and you're going to be making a little bit of money back. But when you're first calculating your budget, you want to just consider the worst case scenario, right? Like, you don't want to count on the fact that you're going to have an extra couple of $100 come in. So let's just say you can test 9 products per month. Now we have to figure out how many products that is per day that we can test, so that we can go ahead and build a plan out and figure out how many videos am I going to need, how quickly do I need to get these things done. So basically all we want to do is just do 30, because there's 30 days in a month, and then divide that by 9, and that gives us 3.3. So let's call it 3. In order to spend $900 a month in product testing, if you're losing $100 per product, you want to be testing a new product every 3 days. Now this seems like a lot, right? Like, you're going to be spending $100 every 3 days, but if you do the math, that's only $900 a month. Okay, so that's exactly your budget. So, and this is why I wanted to make this video, because if you actually break down your disposable income and look at how much you can reinvest and do it safely at that, right? And not just like spend all your money and not be able to pay bills, it's actually a lot more than you think. Testing one product every 3 days is enough momentum to keep, if you can keep that going for 4 or 5 months, you're almost guaranteed a winner. It's just a numbers game, and every few days you're literally going to have new data. Like, you're going to have new data inside of your mind to where, okay, I tested this, it didn't work. I tested that, that didn't work. I tested this, it did okay, I'm going to test more of that. And it's just back and forth and back and forth. So that's like 2 or 3 product a week, guys, that you're going to be analyzing data for. And you're not even, you're still paying your bills, you're still chilling. If you want, you can make it, $800 and put $100 into a savings account, and you'd still be able to test one product every 4 or 5 days. And that's not like, it's not anything crazy. It's just, it's just simple math. And if you manage your budget correctly, building your product testing plan should not be a problem. And the reason that I advise people to do this is because I don't want people spending all their money. I don't want you, if you only have $900, I don't want you to spend $900 the first week testing a new product every day, and then you're left with nothing for 3 weeks until you get paid again, or whatever the situation is, because then you built up momentum and then you lost momentum, and that's not what you want to do. Like I said in the beginning of the video, it's better to spend $1,000, or it's better to test 9 products once every 3 days rather than testing 9 products every day for a week, mainly because it's consistent. You can keep up that momentum, you can keep things rolling. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it for this video. Do your math, know your numbers, build your plan, figure out how much you're going to be able to test. And yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you got a lot of good value out of it, and I hope that you can do this. And if you are going to do this, or if you have any questions before you do it, drop a comment, leave a like, and subscribe. And my name is Noah Brewer, and I'm out. Peace.